okay. No problem. Mm.
When young people spend their time in events like this, it's very positive. It gives me hope for the future of Rwanda. Reading for journalism that get informed and know more about the world.
And that platform offers to the audience the discovery.
This is the opportunity for anyone, regardless of class, to be able to be engaged in a very meaningful way.
And it's really good to be here in an event where people come and read and talk about what they're reading.
Information is one thing. Without reading, someone remains somewhere in the dark. It is as if you're remaining somewhere in the dark. You are very enclosed. You don't know what is happening on the other side of the world. One of the things that reading does, it changes you if you want to change.
If you don't read, you are not different from someone who can't read.
Did you know that the number of books you read doesn't matter?
Reading for Change is exciting to young people. We learn a lot. Every category of people is able to attend.
In order for change, we need knowledge. For knowledge stuff, we need to read. And I'd like to encourage a lot of people at a younger age, even the youth and even older, to bring up that culture of beginning to read.
The work that you're doing is amazing, and I think this organization is really important.
Reading is a fundamental part of life. It helps you to become more brilliant. It helps you to solve your problems, and it can create a curiosity that allows you to move forward in every way of your life.
it's really a good opportunity to share information, experience, improvement in our different professions. And it's a free event, and I hope we get to see you. That is reading is very important.
And it's wonderful to be here to attend the Reading for Change program today.
I was really excited by the questions that were asked by the students and the energy about youth empowerment and youth engagement.
Reading is very important to develop yourself and to develop knowledge about the world.
Reading for Change, very transformational, very good. These guys are doing very amazing things here in Kigali.
You'll meet lots of people. You'll have really good opportunities to talk about things that are important to you, and you'll learn a lot.
These events are worth listening and learning from. So that's really good.
I lead the change. To challenge, I read for change.
Welcome everyone to Learn for Change, our 20th edition of Learn for Change. Welcome to Afflatus Africa. We are Afflatus Africa organization that intends to promote the culture of reading and writing, and also we have many programs including Reading for Change, Learning for Change, Mentorship for Change, and other useful programs. So today is our 20th edition of Learning for Change. I want to first introduce our guest speakers today. The first one is Mother Marie-Louise Towari, and the second one is Louise Hategeka. Marie-Louise Towari is the founder and the president of NPO, Think About Education in Rwanda. It was founded in the year of 2000 in Japan. She has been working and partnering with the government of Japan and also the government of Rwanda in raising and empowering the poor communities here in Rwanda. Till now, they are working. The second one is Louise Hategeka, is a teacher and specialist in origami. I think I'm going to give them time so they can introduce more. Welcome, Mother Towari. Welcome you.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here today.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome you also, Hategeka, Louise.
Thank you very much. I'm
Okay.
very happy to be with you today.
Yeah, and it's a great honor to have you all in Afflatus Africa. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Let's start by this question. I've tried to go through the concept note of your organization and really find that you started in the year of 2000 after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi here in Rwanda. And I asked myself, how did you come up with this burden or this idea?
Yes. Thank you very much for the good question. I came with this idea after experiencing what all of you know, after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. I started asking myself why this happened. Why? I'm married. I have, at that time, I had 3 children, and I got my 4th child in Japan. And I was keeping asking myself why. And I came to understand that the lack of education played a huge role in inciting those young people who didn't get a chance to education to be involved in the genocide. So I started thinking how I could give my contribution to build peace in Rwanda. And I came to realize that by supporting children who at that time lost their parents, many children became street children, and they didn't have any hope for the future. So seeing my own children, I really want to give them the best thing in the life, which is peace. When you have peace, you can do everything. So to have my own children and in a peaceful country like Japan, but leaving behind my very precious country, Rwanda, was not a solution. So supporting those children and by giving them a chance to education would open many doors, because I believe education is the key to peace and development. Without an education, a country it is very hard for a country to grow and to be peaceful. So through education, I believe we can have a sustainable peace and sustainable development.
Wow, thank you. We have had this as one of your program today that you are supporting. As NPO think about education in Rwanda, why have you decided to support this peace concert?
Oh yes, the peace concert, the motivation of the peace concert is once we lost our peace, I know what it means to be in a country without peace, where you cannot do whatever you want to do. And I live in a country which experienced the same. When I was a child, I learned about Japan and about Hiroshima, the tragedy which happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki of the atomic bombing, and how the people of Japan suffered during the World War II. Living in this country where they have experienced the same situation like my country, Rwanda, I came up to think that many times we think the peace we have it for granted, which is not true. We really need to think and to think how we are lucky and blessed to have peace, and to keep it preciously as a very precious thing, not only for ourselves, but to share it with others. So this idea of having a peace concert came with many other people, like my great mother Izuba, who is a Japanese lady with whom we started this activity, thinking about peace, living it, sharing it, not only keeping it for ourselves. We need to talk about, we need to express ourselves and share it with others. So once a year, when we remember the tragedy which happened in Japan, now this year it will be 76 years ago. And for Rwanda, it's 27 years ago. We need to sit down and think about the peace we have and really protect it and share it with others. That is what brought me to join Japanese people, giving their testimony about what they lived in 76 years ago, and the Rwandans, what they have lived 27 years ago, and to promise that this will never happen again. So we remember and we build ourselves, and we start from new ideas of keeping the peace for each other.
Wow, thank you so much. That's very insightful. I'm going to ask Risa Tegeka. You are a specialist in origami, and also you are a teacher. Origami is an art. So as an artist, how do you think this event like Peace Concert will help?
Events like Peace Concert help us artists to first to display and convey our message to people through art. Yeah, so I think these peace concerts are really good and very important to us.
Okay. Where you teach the young kids, do you really discuss with them about peace?
Yes, we do discuss about peace a lot. Yes, we discuss about peace a lot with the kids.
And maybe they react well, or do they understand what peace means, and do they understand actually the history that our country passed through, or you just tell them about just according to your level?
No, according to their level, we discuss. The school that I'm teaching art is it's a school which was founded by Marie-Louise Towari. So I receive children from different families. We have children from families that lost people during the 1994 genocide. So like I have children who don't know their grandmothers. They don't know their grandfathers. So like when it's time for art, a child asks me, teacher, I don't know my grandmother. I don't have a grandmother. So I get that chance to explain to that child and tell that child that now that we have peace, she has no problem. Nothing will happen to her. What happened to the grandmother won't happen to that kid. So in that way, I think we discuss about peace.
Wow. Thank you so much. And that's nice that those young kids really know about peace and the reason why we passed through the bad history. So I would like to ask you to actually raise the volume, if possible. We're not. Okay. I will also ask Mother Towari, how do arts and peace match or correlate?
In my understanding, I have been seeing so many people doing art. Art doesn't have any boundary. Art don't have boundaries. When someone is like drawing or singing or telling like a poem, you see that the person is really has a peace of mind to express the feeling. So if everyone could really express himself have a chance to express himself in that situation. That will be really the meaning of peace. Because I know during the genocide, people could not even have time to think about creating. But by creating, by expressing your heart, people feel like they open themselves. They open themselves and can express the real feeling of their heart. So what they think in the mind, they can put it on the paper. When you eat, I don't know if you have seen someone who is drawing or writing a poem or doing origami. I think if you see how Prosi is folding the origami, you can see how she's very concentrated. And at that moment, you can feel that there is nothing which can stop you. So art is very, very, it's a very good thing to express ourselves. So when doing art, you feel comfortable. Yes, it connects very much.
Wow, wow. Yeah. Dear Luisa Tejeka, you are an artist. Do you have another thing to add about this question as an artist? She was saying, she was explaining, but she's not an artist, but you're an artist. So do you have, I think you have something to add to this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
To add on what she was saying, with art, for example, for us when we are folding origami with children, it's very important. It's very important to the kids. Like origami reduces stress. Yes, it reduces stress. Origami sharpens creativeness. Origami, it helps children to coordinate the mind and hands. So it's really very important. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, and we hope you will get time to see some of your foldings.
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. Be ready. Mother Tuari, I tried to go through your objectives, the objectives of your organization, and I found that you want to promote and facilitate educational and health opportunities towards peace and development. So my question is, how can education and health opportunities contribute towards development?
You know, I always tell people that an empty stomach doesn't have ears. Do you know that expression? Maybe
Yeah.
The French one.
Yeah.
So, and another one is that a healthy, maybe, spirit lives in a healthy body. So I don't know. This is, I'm translating.
Yeah.
So when someone is not healthy, whatever you give him, it cannot be useful. So we started started this activity with children who were in the street. We wanted to see them bringing back their hope for tomorrow, because you could meet children and you ask them, when you grow up, who do you want to become? And the child will simply answer to you, with this situation, do you think that I will grow up? Until I grow up, will I be alive until I grow up? So the hope was just like children, many children lost their hope during the situation we went through. But after starting the school, just very few months later, you could ask a child the dream of his future, and he will easily tell you that he wants to be like maybe teacher Prosi, or just mentioning the name of the teacher and start telling you that they want to become as the teacher they love too much. So with this, I came to realize that in the classroom, there are dreams in the classroom. When a child in the classroom, a child is in the classroom, he can feel that he can become anyone he wants to become. Because by receiving an education, it opens doors to many other opportunities. Like now, if you go at our Muchomiza school or other schools, we are supporting in Kimironko 1, Kimironko 2, in Gichumbi, in Miove district, in Miove sector. You will meet children, they will tell you they want to become pilots, they want to become doctors, nurses, or teachers, or whatever. So it shows you that through education, you can dream about someone you will become in the future. By dreaming that and by putting it into action, you are at the same time building your peaceful country. And by dreaming that you want to develop your country and develop your activities and being sustainable, supporting others, it is really, I understand that education is the key to peace and development and welfare, well-being. Everything starts with education, but also you need to be healthy. To be healthy, to achieve all these things. So that is why we focus on education, but educating somebody who is healthy. That is why we are trying to do whatever we can do for children to be healthy by doing medical checkups, by giving lunch, by doing whatever we can do, and doing art, of course, which is another way of keeping children healthy. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much. When you was explaining, you said that one of the reasons, this tragedy that we faced here in Rwanda was there because some people are not educated, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Our programs also include the teaching of, elders, the adults, not focusing on children, but also teaching and educating the adults, because this mindset of, hatred, we usually hear in Rwanda that the adults are the ones who contaminate the young ones. The parents teach their children of this ideology of hatred, which will result in lack of peace in the future. So our programs also include these adults?
Yes, we do. Exactly what I really want, even with our the members, what we want to focus on is to have, because having a child in this classroom who is hungry, for example, you know, the parents cannot give full support to the children or full love to the children, because they don't have enough income. So for having this income, they need to do something. So to do this, they need to be sustainable, that they need to get income. So we try to educate also, we try to support parents also to be self-reliable by educating, by doing the informal education.
Yeah.
They are not going to sit in a classroom and study, but they are going to learn how to produce, Then they can support, they can support themselves, and they can support their children, they can feed their children. This is the main focus. We want to have children and parents who are changing their lifestyle and being sustainable. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hategeka Louis, teacher, what would you tell youth with art skills in mission of promoting peace?
Sorry?
What can you tell youth with art skills in the mission of promoting peace?
So what I can tell the youth is that they are the future of tomorrow. And if they are skilled, they can use their art to promote peace. Yes, they can use their art to promote peace. They can use their art to be self-sustainable. They can use that art as a tool to fight against. They can use art as a tool to fight against insecurity. Yes. So what I can tell them is to not to give up. They are not alone. We are many, and we shall work together to promote peace.
Okay. Do you have time to, sitting together with these other youth, beside those young kids that you teach, and discuss with promoting their skills, art skills, and helping them in any way, so that this mission of promoting peace will be, sustainable?
Yeah, we always have some time with them, because like we have children who studied at Omucho Mwiza, who learned art, and today they are using that art as a means of living. They do art and sell it and get money, and they are okay. So when they come, sometimes we get time to call them to also come and motivate these other young children to learn that art is very important. It can take them somewhere. So in that process, we get a chance to discuss, to talk about peace. And today, I'm proud to say that the peace concerts that we hold, that take place, children from Umucho Mwiza who studied art come and participate in the concerts. Yes.
Wow, wow. Mother Tawari, having this organization that, supporting poor communities, especially in Rwanda, those from with the category 1 and the 2, is not easy. It's quite difficult. So how did you come to have support from the government of Japan and also this our government? Was that easy for you, or it was somehow difficult to convince them about your vision and mission? And when you are starting, you don't have something to show them so that they can trust your mission and vision in supporting you. So how was the experience?
The experience, when we talk about education or we talk about school, people sometimes they understand, they only understand the buildings. So by seeing the building, they said, oh, we have a school. In my understanding, I don't think that the building is the meaning of the school. The meaning of a school is to have children, to have teachers, to have parents, to have a community, and seeing everyone working together to protect the child and to give him opportunity. So after having the school and having the children, we realize the problems that they are facing. So these problems, we need to bring solutions to them. So that is how we came with this idea of trying to know who is not able to pay the school fees, who is not able to pay lunch, who is not eating before coming to school. And after understanding all this, knowing that we have problems, and sometimes you will see children who are not healthy, they need to be to have someone to take care of their health. So all these problems, which we realize, we try to find solutions. And by explaining to the Japanese government or our Rwandan government to help us to localize those children, to identify these children. And this is a very big support from the government of Rwanda to know who is the child who is facing problems. And by calling to all friends, because I see the situation, what I do is to share the situation with my Japanese colleagues and friends by giving them lectures talking about what we are experiencing, and call them to support the activities. So it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's very important. And we really, from my side, I can enjoy it because I see the change in children we are supporting. Even now, I want to do a kind of advertisement. We have one child in one very young man, young boy maybe, who will be coming to Japan very soon. We are trying to do a kind of fundraising fundraising to see him showing up with his art in Japan. So I would ask everyone who is watching this to contribute. Usually we have been supporting by asking people to help with donation and so on. But at this point, it's very different. This is an art made by, can you watch it?
Yes, we're watching.
By one graduate student from Umucho Mwiza. And this one is changing many lives because they could just come up with an art which has this motif, if I can call this picture on it, and you can get this for you and support the activities. So usually we used to do alone, but now the young people have understood the problem and they want to be part of solutions. So by doing this, I believe other children will love it and we imitate. So we always develop ourselves by imitating others. So it's very important and I'm very happy. It's very hard, but it's very, very encouraging to see children growing up and trying to make their lives. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And big thanks to that child and good wishes. Maybe he will get to in Japan, you know, because he's very talented, and wish him to make it possible to Japan. So, Mother Tawari, you are the founder and president of this NPO organization, and there are also other organizations that have vision and mission to help people, but there have been misconceptions and conspiracies about this organization, because organization in general, because some people say that they try to form this organization, but with their other personal objectives, which are different from the supporting the communities and helping poor people, like what you are doing. So how are you keeping your trust, whether in governments, the government of Japan and also of Rwanda, and also the other people in general? So how do you keep your trust and confidence in this?
So keeping trust is doing a report.
Yeah.
So if you want someone to trust you, you have to show up the trustability by reporting. So the accountability, which our president always talk about, to be accountable. Like for me, every year we have a general meeting where we show the people who supported us through the whole year, what we did and how much it took. So the money we received from them, we need to report what we use the money for. And but before COVID, we have Japanese people who travel to Rwanda and meet the children, meet the parents, try to interact with them and realize that they are doing something for this someone. And we do like reports by having a picture exhibition showing the activities in pictures. And when I do some lectures, public lectures, I show up with the PowerPoint and explain. And go to Rwanda and meet the people, hear their voices, bring the voices back. Like bringing back this picture is very important for me when I try to explain the next step we want to do. So by using the media, media is supporting us very much because they see and they can broadcast on TV or in newspaper so that people can read about the activities. And we always organize activities like doing peace concert like we are organizing now, having Rwandaful concert, Rwandaful summer in Japan. We usually have Rwandaful summer event, which we cannot do now because of COVID. It's not allowed to join to gather people. So we had report. Yeah, the in Swahili we say that the report is the job. Yes. By reporting, you are doing the best job is done by reporting. Yeah.
Wow. That's nice. Teacher Hategeka, are you ready to show us some of your arts?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Like using this small piece of paper,
yes,
I can fold. Are you seeing the paper?
Yes.
Yes, I can make something like this.
Yes.
I can make something like this. This is a dove. It's a symbol of peace. Yes, and I teach children to do this. I can make something like this. I can make something like this. All this is origami. I can make something like this.
Wow.
Yes. So that's why I was saying origami is very important to the kids. To me, it's very important because after a kid has done this, there is some emotional satisfaction. Like if a kid can manage to explain that this symbolizes peace, it's a dove, it's something very good to the kids. Besides, it also builds the bond. Children love me so much because of this origami. Yes.
Wow.
So this is some of the work that origami does. This is what we do from origami. Please come and visit us someday when you get time.
Yeah. Sure. That's very, very nice. That's very nice. But I ask myself, are those kids able to follow the things that you have shown us?
They do, as long as they follow the instruction.
Yes.
Yes, as long as they follow the instructions, it's very easy, and kids love it so much.
Wow. Okay. Do you sell them? Do you sell the foldings?
Sorry?
Do you sell them, the foldings?
I just teach children to do this, but I hope with the time as they grow, they can fold and sell. Yes, they can fold and sell. It's a skill also. Because like through origami, some kids, like this is a shirt. Today we have tailors who liked that profession through origami.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, thank you so much. And please keep pushing, keep working, and teach the young kids, this art of folding, papers or different kinds of tools that you use. And the most important things that they learn about peace. Yeah, courage. Mother Torari, according to your future plans, I found that your much focus will be on strengthening community economic capacity, supporting education of children from poor families. So I want to ask you, how's the progress? Do you think you are achieving your future plans?
Yeah, we are trying. Education is not something you can do today and get the result tomorrow. I do believe that we have been doing this for almost 20 years, 21. We are in our 21 year. And now we can see like children who graduated from our school working in many areas. I'm very excited when I reach the airport and find there a child who graduated from our school. That is amazing. So it takes time. Education takes time. So we need to keep up. We don't give up. We keep continuing because it's a process. Education is a process. It's not like you buy this, you sell, and you just get the income. So you need to invest in people. So we are trying very hard, and I'm somehow very satisfied and appreciate all the people who have been contributing to this activity. And I call all the young people to join us and express themselves and try to understand that they can do whatever they do because we live in a peaceful country, and be thankful for the peace we have. And if we have peace, why not using the peace we have to create? I'm looking to get many young people coming to Japan and learning from Japan, because Japan has developed very much. And because of art, Japanese young people are very creative. So this is what I really want Japanese children to share with Rwandans. So I pray God that COVID will end and I can again bring young people to Rwanda, and why not having young people from Rwanda to Japan and interact, exchange, then share what they have. So it's a long way to go, but a very good long way to go. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. But I want to ask if because I just liked your programs and your activities in your organization, because it's all about empowering people. And this is what we need, not only in Rwanda, but also in other African countries. Do you work closely with African, embassies, or Rwandan embassies or Japan embassy to support you? Because these activities will benefit both sides, Japan and Rwanda.
Yes, definitely. When it is because this time is not allowing us, usually the peace concert, we always invite the ambassador of Japan to Rwanda, who every year, almost every year, he joined our activities, and he enjoyed the moment with us. Or if we have like kind of a sports festival, we also invited him. And here in Japan, we definitely invite the ambassador of Rwanda in Japan to come to join our event. Even next week, we are hosting him in this area, so he can visit other the governor, the mayors, and we want to connect people to people because our governments are connected. So we want to ask the embassies to help us, to support us, to reach the communities so that we can connect our two communities, and especially connecting also with other African countries. Why not connecting with the world? Yeah, because last time, the peace concert we did last time, we connected people in the US and in Japan and in Rwanda. So the internet is allowing us to connect many countries at once.
Wow, that's nice. That's very insightful. Miss Ategeka, in the period of 10 years ago, we didn't hear much about arts here in Rwanda because it was not developed at the point a youth or someone can engage himself in this sector, because there was no profits or actually the income from this art. But a few years ago, we started seeing schools and programs that are designed for all young people that have this talent in arts, and started teaching them and creating opportunities for them. And by now, I think it's on a good dimension. So my question is, do you think our Ministry of Youth and also other sectors that look after youth put more efforts in developing this, or partnering with you, actually the specialists in arts, to raise more youth with these art skills or talent?
Thank you very much for that question. Like you said, years back, people didn't know much about art, but of recent, art has been recognized, and I think it was recognized through giving it a value. Like they used not to teach art, they used to teach art in special schools, whereby some people who had the talent couldn't get that chance to reach those schools. Like, for example, this origami that I teach is not, it's not for all children, because these papers are expensive. So you find that some schools can't afford these papers. You find that it's only taught in those international schools, and that's where the gifts that children have are recognized and seen. But if the government can put more effort, like you said, to work together with people who are willing to teach this art to the youth, I think it would be something very good. Yeah, it's very good. And it would be very helpful.
My question, actually, we're about to end, and I will also ask the audience to start asking some questions if they have some, and because in a few minutes we are going to actually end. So my question is, Mother Tawari, which can you tell the youth actually to engage themselves in unveiling their potential, whether be from Japan or also here in Rwanda?
Can I have your question again?
What can you tell the youth who, in order to encourage them to unveil their potential and engage themselves in this sector of actually recognize the good education and unveil their potential through this sector?
Yeah, what I really want to tell them is to be open, The most important thing is to be open and talk about. So if you have friends, you don't just sit on your smartphone and just chat, but please try to communicate and be open and talk about those initiatives. So that is why we are trying to do our best to organize these kinds of gathering where people can exchange and everyone can show up with what he's able to do. So by doing what we can, each one of us to do what he can, what he understands, what he loves, many other people will learn from him. So I hope we will organize other opportunity to let them gathering, or as they have organized the peace concert in Kigali now. Usually I was in Rwanda all the time during the peace concert, but this time I'm not there, and they could manage to produce something by learning from the past. So let's learn from our history. Last year history will make our future. Then together we can produce something big where everyone can participate. So if you have a talent, don't sleep with your talent, show up and find others who are doing the same. And then you, in the future, we want to do kinds of competition where everyone can show up and we select people who selecting those arts or the music or the poems and so on, to share it with others. Yeah.
Wow. Ms. Hategeka, do you think that our governments need to change the curriculum so that they may include these arts in our school, just starting from the nursery, primary, and secondary?
Yeah, I don't think they need to change, because already art is included in our curriculum. Yes, it is there already. So I'm happy it is there, because this motivates teachers and children it motivates the teachers. Like when you're teaching this art, we've been given that chance to teach the art. So in that process, we normally recognize the kids who have those talents, and we try to polish and we support them to reach their dreams. Yes, the government already has that in the curriculum. We have art.
Wow. Thanks so much. I think I would like to give time to Brenda, Kesa Brenda, if there are some questions from the audience who are watching from other channel or YouTube channel. If there are some questions, you can read them and our speakers answer them. Kesa, are you hearing? Okay. No question. Okay. Dear Mother Tawali, I want to end with this question. You are going to tell us your special message to the youth, whether it be those from Rwanda, but also in other countries of Africa, and also to the world. Why not? You will give that the message that you have to all the youth that will follow this conversation later, or the ones that will listen today.
Thank you very much. I know that the youth are the future of this world we are living in. So they will be the one you are the one to make the world a better place to live by receiving education and promoting your skills, and especially being happy and enjoying the peace you have, because peace is everything for us. Once you have peace, you can dream bigger. So we have all opportunities. You have all opportunities in your hands, and this will bring a bright future to the community. So please sit down together, discuss about the problems we have in the community. Don't wait for someone to come and give an answer or giving a solution to you, because you must be the part of the solutions. So I trust in you, and I know I'm always there. If you have anything you can ask me, I'll be ready to collaborate and to share my experience and to learn more from you, because I know you have so many things I need to know from young people. Yes. Thank you very much, and keep up.
Yes. Thank you. Luisa Tejeka-Prosi, you can also tell the audience your message.
Okay, my message to them is peace is very important. So it's peace is important. So it's all about, we shouldn't think about other people to implement the peace. It starts from us. So we are the first to make sure there is constant peace in the world.
Wow.
That's my short
Thank you.
message to them. Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our session today. This was the 20th edition of Learning for Change, and I would recommend you the event that the NPO organization is having tomorrow. Okay. Before ending, can you please tell us, advertise, it's your time, about the event of tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow we are having our peace concert online. And we will have testimonies from Japan and from Rwanda. Then we will have the performances. We have music, we have art, we have karate, we have poems. So you can enjoy 2 hours of peace concert, and then let's learn from our history and let's enjoy the time and think about the peace. We don't have to receive it, to take it just for granted. Many people lost their lives. So we need to remember them and to commit ourselves that no more genocide, no more atomic bomb in the world.
Yeah. Okay. What's your YouTube channel? Where they follow? They will follow.
The YouTube channel. Maybe
or other platforms.
I will ask Flavia to put it maybe on to share it.
Yes.
On the chat. Can you? So we need to share. YouTube channel.
I think it's on NPO, Think About Education in Rwanda.
Okay. NPO, Think About Education in Rwanda.
In Rwanda, yes.
Okay. And use different platforms like Facebook. You have
Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom. They can follow us on Zoom live.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end. We are Afflatus Africa. We are an organization that intends to develop the culture of reading and writing, and also having other programs like this one, Learning for Change, is a weekly program. And it happens every Saturday, except the last one, where we have another program which is called Reading for Change. So catch us on all platforms so you can never miss with our programs. So thank you and be blessed. Have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Yes.